He was the last pick.
Yeah.
And we're going to go against him. We're
The-
going to go against
The Patriots
him.
were never underdogs.
What does that make the Chiefs? Please tell me.
Underdogs.
That shot was crazy. That shot was crazy?
You guys saw that game or no? Last night?
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
shot was
we were watching it.
I saw the shot. I didn't see it.
chippy. It was chippy all game. Well, not really. Draymond being Draymond.
Yeah.
And then, last play of the game I thought was terrible. Like, obviously, Steph hits a crazy shot, terrible pass, makes it work. Then I don't even know.
I wouldn't say it was a terrible pass. He got that pass through.
Yeah, I mean, I guess only spot to put it.
Yeah.
I guess. And then spins it around. And then I don't know if you saw the last play for the Suns, but what play? That was worse than Boston, my boy. They was just running around, and then they had to throw the ball in.
What happened in Boston?
He's talking about the JT shot.
Yeah. Well, not the shot in general, just the play call.
That one.
Like there was no play call. It was just try to get open.
So let me ask you a question. I don't want to do you think it was right for Beal to try to take that ball, or should he just laid back and try to play defense?
What was the score?
The Warriors were down 1.
Warriors were down 1. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have went for the steal.
Warriors down 1, I think, with 1.8 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, guarding stuff. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not going for that steal.
No.
Because no one mentioned that. We were watching the game, and everybody's like, "Oh, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Like Steph Curry's the greatest, but not saying that I want to throw Beal under the bus, but no one really batted an eye on him just trying to steal the ball and why and how that probably created that shot. Because technically that's beating you, and that means now the help defense has to come, which is
nowhere
X amount of feet away.
There was no help defense for that.
No.
Yeah. But welcome back and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the BES podcast, your favorite sports podcast in the country. You heard it here first. I don't want to hear about these other sports podcasts, but shout out to them though. Shout out to them. I would advise that you guys stay tuned because in this episode, we are going to give you guys Super Bowl picks. We're going to let you know why Kelsey will be given the Hall of Fame honors, why Scarface is an overrated movie, and finally, why we think the Lakers will probably never sniff the playoffs again.
Damn.
I'm here joined with my 3 co-hosts. I'll start to my right because I have 2 to the left.
Damn.
To my right, I have the one and only, the master of the X's and O's, Coach EJ.
Good.
Round of applause,
Good.
round of
What's
applause,
up?
round of applause. Coachy. How's it going?
This week it was not okay. I was sick.
Okay.
I was banged up. I had a double ear infection with a sinus infection.
Oh, Jesus. You went through it.
Damn.
I was going through it all week. But I feel better. I'm good. I'm here.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm here.
To my far left,
Jeez.
we have the Roulette Bandit.
Oh my God.
Eli, how you been, man? How's it going?
I'm good.
How's it going?
Ready to make some money today.
I didn't know what else to call you today. That's all I had, you know what I'm
I'll
saying?
take it.
LeBron sexual. Yeah. I forgot about that one. Bron sexual.
Leave that over there.
And to my close left, new co-host by the name of Juju. Say what's up, gang. Word.
Yeah.
And you already know I am your favorite dad, Nefty, and here we go. Skipping the questions today.
Damn.
Super Bowl 58 is here. Today is Super Bowl 58. We are going to do our best to have the episode come out before the Super Bowl so you guys can get our picks and stuff, but we'll see how that goes. So we're going to start off with the picks.
Yeah.
I know we mentioned this last week, but let's get our final picks in. Who do we have winning Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas?
Chiefs
30-28.
I too have the Chiefs.
But so help me God. If 49ers win, I'm going to be geeked.
Yeah, no, it'd be cool to see the 49ers win, but
Both storylines are elite.
yeah, for sure. That being said, as you guys, for the viewers and listeners, you can see that we have no hate here for the Chiefs, for the Red Kingdom. But unfortunately, during media week, the Chiefs got a lot of hate. A lot of hate. Real quick, I just want to see what you guys think. What about the hate? Like what did you guys think about the hate? Was it warranted? Do you think it's fair? What stuck out to you guys during the week? There was a lot going. I mean, there's only one thing that really stuck out to me, but it's just me being corny. But what you guys think about Media Week or Super Bowl Media Week?
All I gotta say about this is LeBron James, Miami Heat. That's what this is.
That's kind of funny. I got a question for you guys in regards to that, but I think I'm gonna keep that one for next episode.
That's what this is.
I'm gonna be honest. It's easier to hate somebody than to go ahead and do it. I just feel like anybody who is great at what they do is a team sport, or even in life. If you're good at what you do, you're always gonna get hate. It's easy to do it and to be that person and be that. So for the Chiefs making this run, oh, we hate the Chiefs because now they're there every year. Oh, it's Golden State every year. I'm tired of them. Oh, I'm tired of LeBron getting there every year. Like it's the same spiel. Like it's hating on greatness.
The Houston Astros.
Like hate. Well, for purposes of reasons, they're good.
Cheating aside, yeah.
Yeah, cheating aside, the Astros are good. What they do fundamentally and how they go ahead and do what they do, pitching and hitting, like kudos to them. But everyone hates on greatness, and I don't know why.
Yeah, and that to me is just like, I honestly, this whole Super Bowl media week, I just ignored everything because y'all just gonna hate just to hate.
Yeah, like I'm appreciate it. Like the Patriots, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, damn, they freaking win every year. I'm a Giants fan, so I'm happy we got two. But I'm just saying, like, damn, they really running it out here. And instead of like actually watching them and seeing how they play and day in and day out how they go about their business, I'm gonna just hate on them
Right.
just because they winning.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm out here watching them, hating on them. What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm a bag of chips. So nah, I'm gonna appreciate the Chiefs. I'm gonna appreciate Mahomes. I'm gonna appreciate Travis
Bag
Kelce.
chips, spoken by a true gambler. You heard what I'm saying?
Tough.
Baggy chips.
So I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like kudos to them. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm messing up right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it. I mean, media week is media
funny
week.
thing is though, I don't know if you saw, but like, yo, they had the fire alarm at 6 a.m. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yeah.
For the 49ers.
No,
So in their hotel, somebody pulled it early.
Oh, I got
booked their ass up early. They, instead of being in freaking Vegas Stadium and the Raiders Stadium,
yeah,
they had them playing freaking
UNLV.
shoo shoo shebang bang. Where I don't know how true this is. I just saw it on TikTok.
They play. It's outside.
It's outside.
While the Chiefs were indoors in the Raiders facility,
living the life. So yeah, there are a couple things where like, they got the treatment, but as they should. I mean, do I think that the 49ers should also had time to be in the Raiders Stadium? Yes, I do agree. I do agree. Have them both go ahead and play in there. But hey, they've been there. That's dumb. They gonna get all that special privileges. 49ers gonna have to show them, hey, that don't mean nothing. Me waking me up at 6 when I got my meeting at 8 ain't gonna do nothing. So I'm excited.
It's the fucking Super Bowl. Your ass better be up at 5.
yeah. Well,
what are you waiting for?
I do think we're gonna see something weird in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say that prediction right there. Like something is gonna happen. I feel like there's gonna be like a weird power outage or something. I just have a strange feeling. And I also, you know me, man. I love the theories. There's a lot that happened this week that I'm like, here we go. Like this is just fueling the whole rigged, stories about blah blah blah. Like the whole Ward or whatever, the cornerback from the 49ers, he played for the Chiefs. This is his first year for the 49ers. And I just thought like, oh great, this just happens to come out. They ask him a question. Oh, you played for the Chiefs before, now you play for the 49ers. Like, what's the difference? You guys want to take a crack at his answer?
Oh my god.
What he say?
He said, "Oh, it's way better over here."
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
He said that.
Yeah,
said that.
he said that.
Oh, he did.
I'm like, come on,
I swear,
son.
bro. He said that.
Bro, he did. He
Right? And it's
did.
just like little things here and there. You know, I didn't hear about the whole hotel story, but that just adds to it where it's like, here we go. I see what people are doing throughout the week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like little shenanigans, but that is OD.
Then the only thing I liked about Media Week, just because I like the dude. It is what it is, game manager or not. But they were asking both quarterbacks at the same time, Mahomes and Purdy, about what's the preparation, what blah blah blah, this that, and the third. And Mahomes is talking about what he's doing to prepare and the team getting. Purdy's in the background like locked in, like he's just looking at like no smirk, no smile, no nothing. It's business as usual. And I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. Like I was like, oh, this kid's locked in. I mean, it don't mean nothing until you get on the field, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Um.
I hope we just get a clean game. And I'm gonna just
Oh,
leave it
that's
at
the other
that.
thing. That's the
I'ma
other
just
thing
leave
too.
it at that.
The lines are moving,
Heavily.
and I'm like,
I
yuck,
hate that shit.
right?
It's
But
just
whatever.
It's the money coming in, my
Those
boy.
are our picks. Unanimous decision here. Chiefs are winning Super Bowl 58. First back-to-back Super Bowl winners.
Since who?
Right.
Damn.
Big as the Super Bowl. Also, what happened this week? The NFL awards were announced, right? And I'm gonna go through this and let you guys know who won the awards. MVP was Lamar. Offensive Player of the Year, CMC. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Rookie Offensive Player, no, excuse me, Rookie Offensive Player of the Year is C.J. Stroud. Rookie Defensive Player of the Year is Anderson. I don't know his first name, but also from Houston. Coach of the Year, Stefanski from the Browns. Browns coach Stefanski. And I mean, I didn't have it up, but Eli mentioned it. Also from the Browns, Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Flacco. Question for you guys: any discrepancies with the awards?
None at all.
I also agree with the list.
Okay, I don't. As always, everything is cool except Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not gonna get into it. I just want you guys to look up T.J. Watt's stats. I know Ray talking about stats, but trust me, it makes sense. Other than that, I don't really care. I think everything was the way it should be. Yeah, it is what it is. Just look up TJ Watts. In less amount of games too, by the way, just saying. So that being said, okay, so now after the awards, there was a question going around about who, or well, technically who, is the face of the NFL, right? More importantly, as to what should the NFL slash media do when certain people are, for example, Lamar Jackson, MVP, second MVP, um, but everybody, rightfully so, still says that Patrick Mahomes is the face of the NFL. Now, where everybody's having a problem with that is that could happen. That's fine. Two things could be right. But Lamar winning MVP, everyone's saying is we can guarantee we won't see Lamar in one commercial, in one like he probably won't be in the Super Bowl or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's the underlying truth behind that, but it's been a big hoopla this week about yeah, we know who the face of the league is, but the NFL is just doing Lamar Jackson wrong ever since he won his first MVP. And I went on this crazy monologue right now about all that to ask you guys. Number one, who's the face of the NFL? Number two, do you think it's fair that we should just go crazy on this guy, Patrick Mahomes, as being the face of the NFL, or should it be like a year to year base kind of thing?
I'm gonna say it's Patrick Mahomes. Do I think it's a year to year thing? I think it can be. We have a lot of good players in the league that it can rotate any year. Um, I personally, if he goes ahead and wins today, yeah, he's the face. He's right now gonna have three in a matter of 5, 6
I
seasons.
think it's five
That,
years,
that's gross.
6 years.
My boy's on pace to do some crazy things. So yeah, I would have him as the face. But I do think we have to show love to my guy Lamar Jackson. You got two MVPs and you're on nothing. no platforms. And I just feel like they have to go ahead and find a way to market him better. They in the NBA they found ways to market players that not necessarily speak properly or speak how they want you to speak, let's say. And I just feel like, all right, you don't have to have him speak or anything, but put him in a situation where you can market him. I just feel like they need to find a way. I think I don't know what podcast it was, but they were talking about Penny Hardaway and what they did to him and how they put
Little Penny.
to go ahead and do the. And if they did that back then, I feel like we got to make a move for him because I feel like we're doing him a disservice because he's playing so well, and I hate that. Oh, he's not a quarterback; he's a running back. Like the league has just put him in a box, and I feel like we need to help him get out of that box and put him out there.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot to do with Lamar's lack of marketing and the NFL being able to capitalize on that was maybe his management before this past offseason because he fired his agent, made his mom his agent. His mom got him the big contract, and he went out there, he balled out. Now he won MVP. So like, I think this year he showed like you guys can use me. You guys just need to believe in it and trust me and figure out ways to market me better so that I can be a face of this league. Because although I do agree, I do think Patrick Mahomes is the face of the league. I do think that the NFL is like such a team sport. You can kind of like say there's a bunch of like players that are like kind of like the faces of the league. Like Tom
Right.
Brady was the face of the league, but there was also Peyton Manning. There was also Drew Brees. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
Ben, you
Big
had
Ben, Eli. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, Tom Brady may have been like the front runner, but there were others, and I think that's what the NFL should just do. Like, yeah, if Patrick Mahomes is going to be your front runner, don't just market Josh Allen. Don't just market Justin Herbert. Like, Lamar Jackson. How many MVPs does Josh Allen have? How many
yeah,
Super Bowls does he have?
none
You know what I'm saying? So every year it's Josh Allen, but Lamar Jackson, 2 MVPs
and nothing.
and nothing. So, you know, it's got to be fixed.
Yeah, I think both of you hit great points. Um, I just think it's just a weird scenario because it is unfair for Lamar Jackson, and I'm gonna say this right. You hit the nail on. It's a team thing. So this is where people like Travis Kelsey gets defended because how many commercials this entire year have we seen Kelsey in? And how many MVPs does he have? Now he does have what, 2 Super Bowls or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
I get it, but before Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, how many Super Bowls did he have? Right now, to your point about the whole Brady thing, absolutely right. Brady, to most, was looked at as the face of the NFL, while Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers was running with the MVP every other year.
Exactly.
So I just think it's like an NFL thing that whoever's winning or whatever team is up top, that's gonna be the face. Now, I don't think Brady was on that many commercials because I do think Aaron Rodgers was on a lot of commercials,
Yeah.
especially with the whole State Farm like
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was in a lot of commercials, so they did do him right, pause. But I just think it's an NFL thing that if you're the Super Bowl champion, if you are, well, actually, the anomaly is Baker. That one year, we saw Baker Mayfield
In
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
But
Everything Baker was on.
market that like his agent did that.
Yeah, yeah. So that might play a role, because you did mention like
Yeah.
he's handpicking his agents,
You know?
but I do think it's unfair. Like maybe they should take a page out of like the MLB. Because look, last year Jazz Chisholm was on MLB The Show.
Yes.
Who the is Jazz Chisholm? I mean, we know who he is,
Yeah.
but like, please tell me his accolades.
Yeah.
This year Vlad again, Delomio, but please tell me his accolades, right? Compared to dudes like
Acuna.
Acuna, Seager. Seager wins
Yeah.
World Series
Seager would have
MVP
been a
and
tough
win
cover.
World Series. Very tough cover.
That would have
That
been a
one
tough cover.
that one home run
The
swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That should have been the cover.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that is dudes that are fan favorites in the MLB side do get their shine, We get the Jazz Chisholms. We get the Vlad. 3 years ago, Tatis was on the cover. So I think they should kind of rip a page out of that and help Lamar out. Just give
Yeah.
him out there. Like you said, or one of you guys said, they did that with Penny, right? NBA, they did that with Kobe and LeBron, where they did the little puppets.
Yeah.
So if Lamar doesn't want to be on camera, whatever the case may be, Kawhi doesn't talk, and I've seen Kawhi in way
Yeah.
more commercials.
New Balance.
Why got his own sneaker?
So it's kind of like what do we have against Lamar that the NFL or whoever? Let me not just put it on the NFL. NFL media, his agent, whatever. Like, what's going on that we are not trying to catapult this guy? Excuse me, because once again, last year, who was on the cover of Madden? So I don't know what's going on there. I will agree with you guys though. The face of the league should be Patrick. Like, it is what it is. Like, there's no way around that. You know what I'm saying? That's like, there's no argument out there that you can tell me maybe why Patrick Mahomes shouldn't be the face of the league.
I would love to hear who. If it's not Lamar.
What you mean, like, if it's not Lamar and if it's not Patrick, then who?
Who?
CMC probably. It's the only guy I could think of. Another guy, if he didn't get injured, was probably Joe, but he got injured.
Bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Joe did have that whole LSU national championship.
LSU thing, really.
Then he comes in, he beats Mahomes 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
He started getting some notoriety, and he was on a lot of commercials. There was a few commercials. I think he was on a Head and Shoulders. There was commercials that he was in. Now he gets hurt this year, so you don't see him as much. But it is what it is. It's warranted. But to both of your points, after Patrick, if it's not Lamar, then who?
Yeah.
Again, probably CMC, but whatever. I mean, I don't want to pick on you guys, but your boy Saquon probably has way more commercials.
Yeah, true.
And I've seen Saquon this week on First Take. I have yet to see Lamar Jackson.
He might not be our boy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We'll get to that. I have an episode special for all that in the upcoming weeks. But again, I agree. Patrick Mahomes, whatever's going on with Lamar, we kind of have to end that. Like, we do have to show him some kind of love. You know what I'm saying? Off of sports, real quick, I have a controversial question for you guys. And the question is, what movie do you think is overrated while the rest of the world considers it a classic?
Oh man.
Obviously, by the intro, you guys can probably guess who my movie, my movie is, and I'll just say my reasons as to why. But I kind of want to hear.
I don't know what. Home Alone.
Never even watched Home Alone.
Interesting.
Um.
So you think it's overrated?
I think
What's up, puppy?
after the first one, it's like.
Oh, okay. No. After the first two, yeah. No, I'm with you. And I think they changed them in the fourth.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Macaulay Culkin anymore. Okay, if that's the argument, then yeah.
Yeah.
But those first two are.
No, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
It, so I can't even.
Okay. That's funny because. Sorry, I know the answer. Someone asked a question. I forgot what podcast I was watching, and they go, "What holiday or what Christmas or holiday movie is more iconic?" And it was Home Alone. And I think it's 3. They didn't do a 1 and 1. I think it was Home Alone, Grinch, and Elf.
Yeah, my mom freaking loves Elf.
Yeah, well, I have something about Elf, but I know what Elf is to a lot of people, so I'm just gonna let it slide.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have the same sentiment with Scarface.
For me, bro, I gotta be honest.
I don't even got one.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
I live for this. I got like a top 10.
If there is a movie that I think is overrated,
And shows.
Damn.
Oh no, I'm critical. I'm very critical.
Okay. I gotta say, I don't like the movie Grease.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And
wow, that was left field.
I know that, but like that, I feel like that's a movie that a lot of people like, and
you like, yeah.
Nah, I never gravitate towards it. I think it's a little overrated.
Okay. Yeah, listen. I don't know. I understand the classic or the nostalgia to a lot of movies and shows. Yeah, give me a second. But listen, once you get older, or depending on what age you are, please just go back and watch some of these classics, and you'll understand that it's just nostalgia. So for me, I'm picking Scarface, and one of my reasons is you can't name me more than 3 scenes from Scarface. If it's not the bathroom scene, right? The say hello to my little friend scene, and maybe one what do you call this thing? One club scene. The club scene where he goes with the girl.
When he's dancing with her.
Yeah, yeah. Besides those 3 scenes, you can't name me something else. So we're watching. You're making me watch a almost 3 hour movie, and I can only remember 3 scenes. Now, obviously, I can remember more, but I'm saying iconic wise or as a classic. No, I can guarantee 70% of this world can't name me more than 3 scenes, more iconic scenes, and I can say that about a bunch. Avatar, get the fuck out of here. I don't.
Wow.
Nah, I'm
Avatar
not. No.
is trash to me. To me, trash.
Yeah,
Right?
I
If
forgot
we
about that movie.
I
if we
was
go
sitting
with
there 5 hours.
shows, I'm gonna be hated. If we do a show one, but I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Right?
I'm gonna just say it. He hates Friends.
I think I don't. It's not that I hate it because I did watch it. I just think it's overrated. Like I don't see for how much hype Friends is. I don't understand why people put Friends above a lot of other shows.
Oh, okay. I like Friends. I wouldn't say it's
Like
like the
people
best.
put Friends like The Godfather, right? But I've watched other shows. I watched Saved by the Bell. I watched the '70s shows. It's all the same to me.
In that same realm.
It's
Yeah.
so to me, it's like you can't put Friends up here when all these shows are to me are in the same level. Like I don't understand the whole Friends hoopla. Same thing with Elf. But Elf, I think it's because I'm biased. I'm not a like comedic person. But it's whatever. But to me, it's Scarface. I think Scarface is the one movie.
I love Scarface.
I gotta take your shoes off. You gotta ask Eli if that's allowed in his house. Uh,
Yeah, I can do that.
okay. Jeez, man, I could go down a rabbit hole right now. You guys, this question just got me started. I'm gonna
I
be honest
know,
with
bro. I want to know your shows one for
you.
sure.
There's just I have a lot, but I would, if anything, maybe I'll ask that next week, and I'll compile a list
Okay.
because I have a list. Movies is also, yeah. I think Scarface is one. Um, Now, okay. Now, let me say this. I also think that a lot of my reasons is acting.
Okay.
If the acting is poor, the fuck, like,
Why am I gonna sit and watch this?
yeah, no, like, sorry, like, I don't care for this if you're poorly acting this hell. But anyways,
I get that.
back to sports, and now we're gonna transition to the NBA. And before I ask you some questions, see how he froze. Let me run by you the top 4 teams, including another team in the Western Conference standings. Right, number 1, Timberwolves. Number 2, the Los Angeles Clippers.
Sheesh.
3, the Denver Nuggets. 4, OKC. And okay, yeah, you're good with that. And then at number 9 is your Los Angeles Lakers. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna start off by asking you guys: do we believe in the Los Angeles Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Why?
I think they got the perfect recipe of how to let Russ be Russ, and I think that that's very, very, very undervalued. Um, you have a superstar caliber player that's gonna do all of the little things that the other three are not gonna do, and they found a way to let James Harden be James Harden while still running the one. And Paul George and Kawhi are having amazing seasons. I don't know if anybody's actually peeping. They are both really hooping. So
Big time.
Kawhi MVP.
and Ty Lue got them boys playing some fence. So
You're tired. Yeah, actually, it is kind of your bedtime. Eli?
I'm gonna say this is kind of like the perfect timing for them, because Kawhi and Paul George have been there for how long now? And they've been in the same injury prone, don't know what their rotation is, don't have the correct guys. Um, Now they got something that works.
Yeah.
And not only do they have something that works, when you look at the West, I think this is the perfect timing for them. They have OKC, who's young. They have the Timberwolves, who's also young. So you got two teams on the top with you. And you got Denver, who on any given night show who they are and show who they could be because they're playing pretty bad. They have either great games or poor games, and it's very inconsistent. This is their chance where they can go ahead and make a run and make a push. Because if you don't look at those four top teams, the Suns, Golden State, the Lakers, I really think they can go ahead and make a push because there's a lot of what ifs when it comes to the Lakers. There's a lot of what ifs when it comes to Golden State. And I get it. Oh, if they get in, they make some noise. But we all have seen what happens when they do. They don't go ahead and make it happen. I really believe in Paul George. I love the way he plays. James Harden is doing exactly what he needs to do for that offense. Russ coming off the bench and doing what he needs to do. And Kawhi is hooping. Like Kawhi is looking like Kawhi like back in the Spurs where I'm like, shh, 1-2 pull up. 1-2 pull up. Get into the mid. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, he looks good. They look good. Ty Lue he's doing his thing. I really think they're gonna be the problem. I really don't think unless Denver can be a little bit more consistent because we've seen what they could do. They're the only team that I'm like, they can struggle, coast all, and then get there and then turn that burner on.
I agree.
Um, but for the rest, we've seen teams like OKC. We've seen teams like the Timberwolves where look at the Kings, and get in there and you go against a team that's been there, had that playoff pedigree, and then beat you in your house. So I'm gonna give them more than a fighter's chance. I think they can go and make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I believe in the Clippers as well. There's a lot, just like Eli said, there's a lot involved as to why it makes this path probably the path for them to make some noise. And I guess my point that I'm gonna add, because you guys touch on basically everything, I think it's time that we need to start adding Tyronn Lue in the top coach conversation. But that's just me. I do think it's time for that. Now that being said, the Wolves are still number one in the West, right? For a lot of the year or the season so far, they were number two, while OKC was number one. But now OKC is number four, right? Both the Wolves and the OKC in the last 10 games are 6-4, right? Cool. Above 500 and whatever the case may be. But let me tell you who they lost to. The four losses that the Wolves have are against the Bulls, the Magic, the Spurs, and the Hornets. Now, the only reason I'm highlighting these losses from both teams, I've watched both of these games, and to me, I'm going to. Well, actually, let me tell you who the OKC lost, and I'm gonna ask you the question because this is what I'm seeing. OKC's four losses are Mavs and Jazz, and those games were back to back. Wolves, which whatever, it's a great team, and then the Pistons. My question to you guys is, since this conversation that we had about a couple episodes ago, are we seeing the two young teams lose gas?
Um, I'm gonna say no. I think honestly, they just have a couple games back to back that are not playing well as a team. I feel like if I'm gonna say that about Denver, then I'm gonna go ahead and give them a pass too. They are gearing towards All Star break, and they're probably pulling away a little too soon before getting there. That could be my assumption. They're looking forward to the All Star break and getting rest. And then trying to make that push like we so want them to. Because we're thinking after All-Star break, they're gonna burn out. They're probably like, hey, let's pump the brakes. Let's maybe take a couple games off and then get going. So they have a longer break. That could be a thing. I'm not saying it is. I mean, they did play Timberwolves who are good, and they had to face the Mavs who's been hooping. Now, I can't say, hey, how do you lose to the Pistons? But I am going to say, hey, maybe they're just pulling off a little too soon just because maybe they're thinking, hey, we're in a good spot. Right now, we're honestly between the top four. They're all a game within a game,
Mm-hmm.
half a game.
Yeah, about.
We can pump, and then all right, let's go ahead and make that push. Maybe they're seeing it a little differently than we are.
Yeah, that could be a way that they're looking at it. I also do understand that it's a long season.
Yeah.
Um, so there's ebbs and flows. You know what I'm saying? And I think I watched the Mavs game. They played bad. Like it was just nobody was hitting shots. Nobody was really playing any defense. Luka was out there just doing whatever Luka wanted to do. So I think you know, in the for I'm speaking in terms for the Thunder because I haven't watched any Wolves games, so I haven't really gotten to see what the Wolves have done. But I just think the Thunder just need to clean some things up, and like you said, both teams could be pulling back, getting ready for the All Star break. They might be wanting a little extra rest to make a push in that West because the West is a war, dog, every day, and coming down the stretch for the playoffs, it's only going to get harder and harder. So.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I do think that they're losing gas. I think both coaches are probably not prepared for this long season at this high caliber. I think you're right about OKC losing games to top teams, and it's still kind of early because it is what it is. But to me, I tend to take games where you're versing playoff potential teams as like a blueprint. Like if you make the playoffs, this might be a team that you're going to have a 7 game series. How do you fare in these matchups? Now, obviously, a 7 game series is a different beast. Like there's a whole different game plan that you have. But to EJ's point, I've seen probably most of both of these teams' games because they're also being awarded a lot of the national televised games. That Mavs games, you're right. They look horrible. They look out of it. Pistons, they played pretty well. Meaning OKC played pretty well. It was just one of those days that the Pistons was just locked on. Like it is what it is. So even though it is the Pistons, I can't really I don't know. I can't really put that on them. It's just the Pistons. Maybe they just came in and be like, oh, it's the Pistons, and that was the day that they went 19 for 20 in the 3.9. It
Yeah.
is what it is. Um, And then I know you keep mentioning Denver. You keep mentioning Denver. To me, is Denver. While these two teams were 1 and 2, Denver was stuck in this 5, 6, 7 seed. Quietly, Denver's the third seed, and I know they probably have the same last 10 record, like 6 and 4, but they're winning games where they probably should be winning games, and now they're creeping up to the third seed. The Clippers don't seem like they're losing any type of gas. I think they're like 8 wins out of the last 10, if I remember correctly. Um, and then fifth, if I keep going in the standings, there's the Kings and all these players. They're playing very well, and then we all know what your Lakers could potentially do because you have that guy, right? And like you mentioned off camera, you guys beat the good teams, right? But lose to the bad teams. And to me, that is way more important because if you guys make the playoffs, you match up very well with these good teams and can make the playoffs more entertaining, except for like last year when you guys played Denver. So to me, I do think they're losing gas. But I am going to give you the credit. You could be right. You could be absolutely right. And I know EJ said that you were right too. Where, all right, it is a long season. We might be losing gas. Let's just pace ourselves now because after the All Star break, we're going to have to
Sure.
go and go.
So I do have a question. Prior to the season, did you think OKC and Timberwolves would be 1-2?
OKC, yeah.
You thought they were 1-2
Yeah,
in the league.
yeah,
They were going to be the number 1 seed.
yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I knew Chet Holmgren. Shea was killing everybody last year.
And then you thought Timberwolves would be 2.
No. The Timberwolves. I didn't think.
They'd be hooping
No.
and be 2
I didn't. I honestly didn't see how the whole Carl Anthony Towns Rudy
and all
Gobert thing
that
was
would
gonna
work.
work,
Yeah,
but
trash.
it's working.
Trash.
And then
Trash.
Ray, you thought they was gonna
No,
be 1
hell no.
or 2.
Neither of these teams.
So my thing is, the reason why I say it is because right now they're 1 or 2. And you're talking about Denver creeping. Yeah, I feel like Denver's up and down, but they're always gonna trend up. You know what I mean? And when you look at the Clippers, they're finally getting their groove. They're gonna also be in that contention of top 5. I kind of saw the Timberwolves and OKC kind of like on the end of that top 5. So I would have saw them 4, 5, maybe 6. Right? I would not be surprised if things even out and they land 3, 4, 5. Would it be wrong if they were to land 3, 4, 5? So I don't want to. I also don't want to say they're running out of gas because they could be.
Wait. Before you continue, yes, it would be wrong. Like if it's best for them to be 1, 2, 3. If they land 4, 5, now depending on how the standings are, if they land 4, 5, now you're gonna have to play, the 6, 7s that are
No,
dogs.
yes, but I'm saying in a sense of like their expectations of OKC,
Oh,
and
if that was
you
a
know what I
question, then
mean?
yeah, then it
Because I
is what
feel
it is.
like you said, "Oh, I don't think they're 1 through 3,"
I didn't think
but they're at
at the
1,
beginning of the year, no.
and
At the
that's what I'm
beginning of the
saying.
season, no. Fucking
So
no, that's dirty.
if we're gonna go based off face value, OKC should not be top 4. But for their sake, they better be 1. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
top, like they better be not top 3.
Yeah, and I just feel like we have to see because if I didn't think of OKC as 1, why all of a sudden now they gotta go 1 and they have to have it. If you saw OKC they never had it, but now they got to because if they don't, then they're gonna struggle. I think they're gonna struggle regardless of who they face, one or because if they gotta go through the Lakers and if they gotta go through Golden State, it's like good luck because you're already 0-3 against the Lakers, and you don't want to see Stephen Curry in there because he's been hooping all year. So yeah, I'm gonna give Stephen Curry and that team a fighter's chance because Steph has proven that he can go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna say that because I haven't said that in the beginning of his career, but he's shown to do it, beating Boston and then going ahead beating the Kings. So if he gets in there and can beat a young team like OKC at 1, I'm gonna be a little nervous for OKC if they got to face one of those 2 cats. It's all about matchups, cool, but I just feel like we can't give him too much pressure. Like I wouldn't. It's his first. I wouldn't say first, but first known to the public. Oh, Shea is that. So why are we gonna put burner on him when we can put burner on JT, who's had a team for 8 seasons and only's been there once and been to 6 Eastern Conference, and we're not pressing him. That's
Well,
where I go.
well,
Hayes
not
pressing.
well.
I'm pressing him too. That's my boy. That's his boy.
Yeah, but you're changing the scenario because now you're pinpointing players instead of the team. Like, because and actually, I was gonna add the Celtics to this because even though they're number 1, and I'm gonna talk about a few other teams in the East. Even though they're number 1, I do feel like they're also losing gas. Whatever, I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't know. Like, did you? So let me give you this scenario, right? Because I feel like a lot of this is coming from you because you kind of want to put shade on Denver.
No, there's no shit on Denver. I think Denver can go ahead and get to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
I think Clippers can go ahead and get there. The rest of the teams, good luck.
So then give me very quick in hindsight, what are you really trying to argue right here?
I'm arguing because of seeding for OKC.
Uh-huh.
Because in the beginning of the season, you didn't have them 1. Now you saw how the season is going. Now they have to have 1.
Right.
In order to make a run. Correct? I see it as it's gonna be hard for them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wherever they land. I feel like it's going to be hard for OKC. I feel like all the teams 1 through 8, or whoever, the 8th or 7th, whoever gets in, you have, let's say the Lakers get in, and let's say Golden State gets in, that's 7-8. Then you go ahead and have the Kings, and you have the Suns, like the Mavs, like for OKC, it's scary.
It's gonna be hard for
It's
any
and
of
that's
those teams.
no, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I don't necessarily think, and that's my argument. I don't necessarily think they need to get one because the
No matter
path
what,
for them is
the
gonna
matchup's gonna
be,
be tough. Yeah.
yeah, the matchup's gonna be hard. And I don't want to and my thing was putting pressure on Shea because now it's like, wait, you're putting on pressure on Shea to be one in the West. Rather, we have a guy somewhere in the East where it's always, since LeBron left, it's always who's gonna win it this year. It's open, and we have a guy named JT who's a superstar. What has he done? He's only been there once. He's gotten beat by the Bucks, by the Heat culture. Like, where are you? That's my thing, because that's my boy. I feel like he should be there, essentially how LeBron was there. If you're that guy, you got to be there every year, contending for a chip and being in the finals, not losing in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my rebuttal if you were to go ahead and put Shea and JT in that same conversation.
Did you put Shea and JT in the same conversation?
Nah, I didn't.
I don't understand why you're bringing JT and Shea. Like I don't think any of this pressure is on Shea. Actually, I don't even think anybody. I think everybody's praising Shea more than anything, regardless of whatever is happening. Like regardless if they're sliding down the standings. Because with your argument, right, you're saying that we shouldn't put pressure this, that, and the third, and I get that. Cool, that is cool. But to defend my argument is you should because Miami Dolphins. If they didn't get that 2-game or 3-game skid, they would have got the number 1 seed. Guess what? They don't play in Kansas City in negative 19 degrees. They play in Miami, where it fares better for them. So if you get the 1 or 2 seed, yeah, okay, you might play. Who was the team that you said? You might play the Mavs, right? But what's the Mavs' records away? You know, you're gonna have home court advantage. And then I'm just kind of just debunking a lot of the shit that you're saying, right? Then you're bringing up like JT, this, that, and the third. And listen, EJ already said it. I'm one of the hardest critics when it comes to JT. But last year, we all sat here. It wasn't JT's fault. Who was the number 1 culprit for their playoffs woes last year?
We all know that guy.
Correct, right? The year that you said that Milwaukee won it all, we can put it on JT. But the way I saw it is they didn't have a Porzingis. They had a 40-year-old Horford against, what's this guy's name? Giannis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the only year that we do have to pressure JT is the year that they lost to Golden State. That's JT. Like that is 100% JT. But I'm saying all that is like I'm not saying the pressure's on Shea. I'm saying the pressure's on the squad. Shea could potentially still give us 30 and 8. But what is Giddey gonna do? What is the Williams gonna do? What is what's this guy's name? What is Chet gonna do? Chet, I could guarantee it. Chet is gonna get into the playoffs and going to be like, oh my goodness, this is different.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And maybe even after the All-Stars, because again, we probably know that after the All-Stars, a lot of people lock in. Like if people think the Clippers, Denver, the Lakers, even the Mavs, if they think that these teams are rolling now, wait until the All-Star break is over. And they really start honing in. You know, the Wolves, I know they're number 1 right now, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. You know, like
Giannis.
Let's be honest. What are you doing, my boy? Yeah, I don't know. I still think they're losing gas because of what I've seen. Like the games that they are losing are not because remember that episode that we were talking about that OKC was what 10 and 2 in the last 15. I forgot what I said.
They went stupid.
The way they were winning those games is how I expect you to win or lose. Like for example, the Pistons loss is the way I expect you to kind of lose. You still have a good game. You still play that OKC way. Pistons just had a day.
Yeah,
It's just it is what it is.
Mavs by like 30 was
Yeah, it's just that's just how it goes, you
Like how
know.
you get 141 over your head.
But I do want to say I don't want this to happen. Like it'll be cool as hell to see the Wolves and excuse me, get at least one playoff win. Because I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. If one of them makes the Western Conference Final, that's cool. But I don't think any of them are making it. I think they're making the playoffs. They might win the first series, and then that's it. If not, they're getting bounced the first series.
I mean, I feel like history has shown like that's usually what happens with young teams. They get in, and then they kind of figure out they get a taste of it, you
Yeah.
know. And then the following year, like
Mhm.
they really make that run.
Oh,
to
and
get
then
in.
yeah, and then sorry, I'm cutting you off. And that's the other thing is the only pressure I'm putting on them is if they want to make noise, it's best that you stay in that 1 through 4. But I think we all mentioned before that if the Wolves and OKC have a quote unquote disappointing playoff performance, I don't think it matters because, like you mentioned, this is basically their first playoff run,
Yeah,
technically. So whatever happens in the playoffs, this is just for you guys to get experience. We'll see you guys next year.
yeah. Everything
So
like getting in there and then making like honestly whatever you do, make it in, win the first two,
yeah,
get to the Western, make it to the
and
finals.
just get equipped to that pressure, that playoff pressure, because we all know what that feels like. We all know that feels like. Um, yeah, that went longer than I actually really thought, but that was a good conversation. I actually appreciate that. But we are now going to get to your Lakers, right? And on the flip side of the Clippers, do we feel like the Lakers are playoff contenders? And before you guys answer, Eli sent me a clip, a TikTok clip
Damn.
of KG vehemently saying the Clippers are a no go.
Oh, the
Excuse me, the Lakers.
Lakers.
The Lakers. Sorry. That the Lakers are a no. Like, don't. There's no way to cut it. The Lakers are doing nada. That's
Yeah,
how he sliced it.
yeah.
Surprisingly, because this guy's like the number one freaking LeBron James hater. Paul Pierce was kind of like,
Yeah.
"Yo, do you believe that? Like, they do have LeBron James. They have AD, who's balling.
Yo.
This, that, and the third." And KG was not having it.
Yeah.
KG's like, "I don't care how you slice it, cuz Lakers is a no go." Right. So do we think they're playoff contenders? Do they have any hopes of at least making the playoffs, especially with the move or the lack of moves they made of the trade deadline,
Uh,
um, going forward, and then as well as the rest of the league making moves? How do we feel about your Los Angeles Lakers?
well, I think they do get in. Obviously, with the help of that 7 through 10, being able to play a game or two, yeah, to play in, to be able to
Oh
fight
man,
for those,
I always forget about that.
yeah. So I think they do get in because I think when it comes to LeBron, it's 1 or 2 games that you play
Yeah.
that you got to win. So I feel like all right, LeBron can go ahead and win a game or two for you, and then obviously you get in and make a series. Um, freaking D'Lo, man, that boy is hooping his ass off.
You're terrible,
I,
Eli.
nah, I'm gonna keep ripping his ass.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry until I need this 24/7. I need it. I need it in the playoffs. I don't need you getting bodied. I need you. I need
He's
you
keeping
hooping.
the Lakers season alive.
Cool, cool. And he's the same person that lost it in the Western Conference Final. 100%. He single handedly lost it by himself. Nah, that's a lie. Him and AD single handedly lost that by themselves. I never seen somebody so soft in my life in Anthony Davis, and someone miss so many shots and then get punked on the opposite side of the ball in
Soft as
D'Lo.
Charmin.
But D'Lo's hooping, so I'm gonna give him. Give him his kudos. The boy's shooting the lights out. He's finally freaking moving the ball, which I freaking appreciate because he hasn't been doing that. It's just kind of been like me. But he's picking his spots when he needs to and making good decisions with the ball. And for him running, he's the point guard. He's has been running the team pretty well. So for right now, I have nothing to say about D'Lo. We did get Dinwiddie. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do there with him because he's more of like a 2 than a 1. I don't
Yeah.
think we I don't think we needed him.
I don't know.
He doesn't help. He doesn't move the needle. Um, and I can't say much because we've seen a LeBron team get into the playoffs and they just find ways to win. Um, Now, do I think he's gonna do it this year? I'm gonna be honest, no. There's a lot of really good teams in the West. Like I don't see them beating any of the teams. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see them beat if they face the Timberwolves, I think they beat them. Um
That's what I was about to say.
yeah, I think they
I
beat
was
them.
to me, I think
The
if
all the
somehow OKC and Wolves slide so low that they have to now play in the play-in
I
because of experience, your Lakers might catch them.
yeah, like and we do play OKC. I don't know what I'm gonna be honest. I know you love them. I don't know why the Lakers play them so well. And the thing is, you talked about Chet being soft. He's softer than AD when they go against each other, which makes no sense.
Wait, me? I call Chet soft.
No, no,
No,
no, he
Oh,
did because yet again,
yeah.
I think they're 0-2 or 0-3. They're the Lakers are either 2-0 or 3-0 going against OKC. Like they just find ways to beat them. And when Chet sees AD, he's softer than AD, which is kind of hard to do. So I'm just saying, I'm like, hey, maybe they could beat them in the playoffs, but they ain't beating the Clippers. They ain't beating Denver.
Lakers are gonna make it into the play-in. I mean, there's not the way I look at it. Right, is like the Lakers are definitely top. They're in the top 10 in the West. So that's how you have to look at it.
Yeah.
Right. Um, that being said, whoever falls in that playing game, those playing games, it's gonna be tough because right now you're looking at the playing could possibly be Golden State, Lakers, Mavs,
And
Pelicans.
Pelicans, yeah.
And the Pelicans are now tied with the Suns for sixth. So you could throw the Suns in that
Uh
mix too.
huh.
So like honestly, when it gets to the play-in, it's a crapshoot. Whoever's gonna hoop that day, whoever's gonna ball, that's who's gonna come out of the play-in. And then, like I said, the to me the West is so it is probably the more competitive conference,
Yeah.
but it's so open in the sense like none of those teams are like dominatingly better than the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think everybody has a good shot. The Lakers have a lot of holes they have to fill, a lot of things they have to work. But you have LeBron James, so like I can never count you out. I can never count you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
the one that has like that championship pedigree is literally Denver. We could say you put them at one, and then everyone else is behind them, looking to get a shot.
exactly.
So, I agree with you.
Um, you guys are not making the playoffs. The one move that you guys needed to make and didn't make was finding another coach, and that's still not happening. I think that Dinwiddie is a good pickup actually because now let's remove Ham out of this equation. There's a lot of scenarios that I can build your team with now with this roster. Now, warranted if they play the way that they're playing. Hachimura had 21 points the other day, which obviously that's a big plus for you guys. D'Lo needs to continue what he's doing. AD needs to continue what he's doing and staying healthy as the way he is. Obviously, LeBron is LeBron, right? But now it's like now we can really play chess with Reeves, with Dinwiddie, and the rest of that cast. And that's where it gets crazy. The unfortunate part about the Lakers is you got a guy that's not playing chess. He's playing like freaking Roku or some shit.
Yeah, he's not even playing checkers.
Yeah, yeah. So no. If somehow I think this to defend EJ, if somehow the whole LeBron pedigree comes out and be like, yo, honestly, just sit out. Let us figure this out. Cool. But if Ham is gonna continue calling the shots or not calling the shots, yeah, it's gonna. I still think it's gonna be tough for you guys because
Yeah.
he's you guys are balling. D'Lo is balling, and somehow he's still like the guys are balling. D'Lo is balling, and somehow he's still makeshifting these lineups. Okay, and I just don't see that as a winning or formula.
No, yeah, they're like if they get in, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think they like win the series if they get in the first round.
Yeah.
Like my thing is, I do think they only get in solely on LeBron with the play-in because it's
Mm.
one game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like Darvin Ham has to win a series because he's not. But with the play-in, if I think the winning, depending on where they land, they just have to win one game.
Well, and also who they play. Because like I
Yeah,
said,
and who they play.
I do think depending on who they play. Yeah. Okay. Now staying on your Lakers, a rule that you brought to my attention, right, is happening this offseason that could potentially hurt the Lakers.
And a third of the top
Correct.
teams.
Yeah, that is true. Where a lot of these teams can't quote unquote aggregate or whatever the contracts, meaning, I can't give you a player and you can give me three players to sum up the amount of the contract. It's 1v1. Oh, money can't be a consideration. And then because of this, certain moves, per the video that Eli sent me, certain moves wouldn't have been made. I.e., what's his name? Dame going to the Bucks, Drew going to the Celtics, and what was the other one? There was another one, another move.
James Harden.
James Harden going to the Clippers. These moves, if these moves happen after this rule is passed, which will be passed during this offseason, then the NBA would have negated those moves. Yeah, it would not happen because it doesn't fall in line with that rule. So now on top of this, because they didn't get rid per your video, because they didn't get rid of D'Lo, D'Lo now has the option to opt in his $20 million option, which now throws the Lakers in that luxury tax and fall into that rule. Where if they want to obtain pieces or move pieces, it gotta be 1v1.
It's got to be the same value. So if you want to give up D'Lo, you got to get another player that's worth $20 million to sub out.
That being said, unless D'Lo continues rising his stock with the play that he's having, are we looking at the Lakers potentially never sniffing the playoffs in the upcoming 2 to 3 seasons?
Maybe even longer. I'm gonna be honest.
And not just the Lakers, but we're talking the Lakers. I know you mentioned a bunch of other teams, but I think I'm pinpointing more the Lakers because the other teams that you named are top 1, 2, 3 teams. Like if they just stay where they at, they might still be top teams. But if the Lakers just stay with the roster they are, it's gonna be
and then like LeBron, he's 39. Like either he's gonna leave or retire. He's gonna leave somewhere to play with his son, or he's not gonna retire, but he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave the Lakers. The Lakers are not gonna get his son. He's gonna go somewhere. Miami, the Knicks. They're gonna be done. Like the Lakers, if they don't make it this year, I could see LeBron being like, "Hey, you know what I mean?" If his son were to join the draft, they were saying like next year, even though he's averaging like 6 points, blah blah blah. His player option to pick up is at 3 days after the draft. Meaning, if someone is willing to pick up Bronny James, that's where he's gonna go. So I think the Lakers are done if they don't go ahead and figure out something to do this offseason. LeBron is just gonna bounce, and as he should. His legacy is solidified at this point. Everything's extra.
Yeah, I agree.
Now,
I think they're kind of like handcuffed
yeah,
with their roster the way it is, and now with this new rule, because I didn't even know about the rule.
yeah,
So
yeah. Now it does that to the Lakers, but now it does this for other teams.
yeah,
Top
I know,
teams.
but
Like the Suns are stuck now.
the Suns are stuck.
Oh yeah, that was the other move too. Beal wouldn't have been able to go to the Suns.
But so like, I'm just looking at it in the sense like for the teams it benefits, the Knicks, you're in a great spot then, because you have not only do you have a bunch of young talent, you have a bunch of picks. If you're OKC, you're in a great spot. If
For
you're
sure.
the Kings, you're in
For
a
sure.
great spot. Like all the young teams that are up and rising, Pelicans
With draft picks.
with picks, you're in a good spot. So, dang, I guess this is just kind of their way to try and level that playing field for sure.
Well, yeah, 100%. You even out all the teams because in the West, the teams are good, but they're not like really really good. So now you kind of handcuff them, and now these other teams that are good but not there to the superstar
Yeah.
material are now going to be able to make pushes. And now with these draft picks, you can get players that you wouldn't have before on your team. I like it. Now it's going to be even playing field. We're not going to see teams like players hop back and forth to other teams. You're really going to have as a GM, you're going to see how really good are you with drafting, with making moves within
The organization.
yeah, and the new rule.
Yeah.
So top to bottom, you're gonna have to be a good organization when it comes to your GM, comes to your head coach, comes to drafting. Like you're gonna need all of it. So we're gonna start being pushed in a new era of the NBA.
Well, it's that time, bro. It's 2024.
Good luck. Good luck to those teams in this situation. Um, our favorite segment, fellas. Are you triggered? Do we have something that triggered us this week, gangy? There's no more. I do. I'm gonna be very basic with you guys. I'm tired of the Swifties.
Yo, 13, bro. I'm
No, no, no,
so
no, no, no,
mad that's
no.
your favorite
Listen,
number right now, bro.
I'm tired of it. I can't wait for it to be done. I'm tired of the hoopla. I'm tired of, oh, she's gonna be in Japan, and then she can make it to Japan.
13 hours.
Then I seen this post the other day about, oh, this has all been rigged because the powers that be, they like to play with numbers, and they started playing with the numbers, right? Want to know what the numbers are? Number 13. What is 5 plus 8, which is Super Bowl 58?
13.
Okay, right? And then they said uh something about, damn, what was it?
This would be the
Oh,
13th game she's gonna be
The Super Bowl is happening February 11th, which is 211. What does that add up to? Her birthday's on December 13th. Which I hate the fact that I share birthdays with her, but it is what it is. And what was the other thing? Something about it was a whole bunch
Yo,
of
you
hoopla,
wouldn't
right?
win.
And I'm here like,
13-hour flight.
oh yeah, Japan, where she's, yeah, you're right, where she's having her concert from Japan to Las Vegas is a 13-hour flight, and seeing her all week, them talking about her doing the swag surfing, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. All right, I hate I oh wait, to add more to this fucking fuel, man. Then the Grammys happen. SZA, I don't care what anybody tells me. Actually, I know why it happens, but no. Jay-Z said it, right? SZA wins, best R&B or best song of the year. Or she wins the top 3 categories when it comes to an album, but doesn't win album of the year. Do you guys want to take a guess who won album of the year? Right? Cool. What resurfaces now? For some odd reason, she wins album of the year. Now they're throwing Beyonce back in the conversation because this all happened back in the day when Kanye West came out, and now they're rekindling that situation with SZA, and it's like, I'm done. And to be honest, if someone sees this, I don't really care. She could die tomorrow, and I don't give 2 shits.
Fools.
I don't give 2 shits. Die. But I get it. She moves the needles. Business is business. A lot of money gets thrown around when the name Taylor Swift gets out there. And I get it. But cut it the fuck out. I'm done with it. And that's my take.
Come on, you don't want to see Travis Scott on
No,
one
no.
knee?
Travis, somehow break up with her. I don't care. That love is artificial.
It's all for the money. Damn, Travis.
You could tell Travis doesn't even want to be with that girl, bro.
Damn.
She has no swag for Travis.
Damn, no swag. I guess we'll save this episode and see in a couple years.
Yeah, we gonna have to see.
They'll probably force him to get married.
No.
They'll be like, yo, financially, this is going to work out for you.
Yo.
It's like, fam, I'm in like 17 State Farm commercials. I don't care about Taylor Swift.
Damn, you think he got pressure like that, my boy?
No, I think she has pressure like that.
To pressure him into
Taylor
marrying
Swift
you?
moves countries.
No, I hear
Rightfully
you.
so. She is what it is, but I'm tired of it. I don't want to see this white chick, man. I'm done.
Damn.
Damn, and then they want to throw our queen in this situation every single time this bitch fucking wants to get named. I'm just tired of her.
Well, we got one more day.
I hope not. I hope she trips and falls or some shit and can't make it.
She's already there, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Catch the flu.
Nah.
Get so drunk you throw up. I don't know. I'm tired of her,
Chiefs,
bro.
The Chiefs are gonna win, and she's gonna be on the field.
I don't know, bro. You're eating your chocolate.
She's gonna be on the field. Travis.
Oh man, with that fake kiss, that kiss. Man, I'm done with her, bro. That's what I'm. It's a very basic triggered take from me, but I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm done with this girl. You done with this girl? Your hands are dirty. Don't touch me. Yeah, don't touch me.
I mean, I'm gonna do ease mood. I'm triggered for the game. I'm excited. I'm gonna be rocking with the other 13 and Brock Purdy. I'm gonna rock with that boy. Um, and I'm gonna be honest. I would love either team.
No, I'm not done, bro. Taylor. Nah. Yo, Beyonce had the best album.
Stop. Stop.
Done, bro.
Stop.
I'm done.
Like if Mahomes
Are you a Swiftie?
wins,
Are you a Swiftie?
I wouldn't call myself a Swiftie. I just don't dislike her.
yeah, she doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
And yo, whatever.
But
I used to live where Taylor Swift grew up. Taylor, unless you did something that I don't know about, Taylor Swift doesn't do anything for her community. Whatever, I'm done.
yeah, leave the mic there. I'm gonna go talk about the game. I wouldn't be mad if Mahomes wins, but I don't know, bro. I like the underdog. I want Brock Purdy.
Purdy's not the underdog.
The Chiefs are.
No,
The
no, no,
Chiefs
no,
are.
no, no. Let's not worry about this money flow nonsense. We gonna be real. Who's really the underdog?
I don't know. That's not what
Chiefs.
the people are saying.
No, I'm asking you.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs are.
Nah, you're not.
Yeah,
doing
bro.
it.
Listen.
You're not doing
just-
this.
Yo.
Yeah,
So you want me to lie? You want me to lie? I have the facts.
Now I'm really triggered.
The facts are right
nah,
in front of me.
Nah,
The
nah.
49ers have a better record. Their tight end has better stats than Kelsey.
No.
CMC, they got a better running back.
You're gonna go to stats. You're gonna
Eli.
say Travis Kelsey is if George Kittle is better than Travis Kelsey?
Yes.
George Kittle.
Right now.
Right now.
Kittle me.
Playoff.
See?
In the
Kittle me.
Dude.
There's no way.
No, Eli, what you're asking me to do is lie.
nah,
The
there's
facts have been
no-
presented to me.
What facts?
The Niners are 2.5 point favorites.
No. I don't care what that stupid betting nonsense.
But those
They
are the
moved
facts,
the
though.
money.
Those are the
They
facts.
put those odds.
I can't lie to you. I would never lie to you, E.
I
Sin.
know it's a -2.5.
So then who's the underdog?
I'm asking you. I'm not asking the people. The better. Where are
Hey.
you? Damn, my boy, you taking pictures. I'm asking you. Who truly is the underdog? Who truly is the underdog in this game? You're telling me
Matchup
Brock?
predictor.
Oh my God.
59.4% San Francisco. 40.6% Kansas City
there's
Chiefs. In my mind,
Nah, there's no.
in my
The
mind,
GOAT, bad, is going against Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
He was the last pick.
Yeah.
And we're going to go
Yeah.
against him. We're going to go against
The Patriots were never underdogs.
What does that make the Chiefs? Please tell me.
Underdogs. Yo, it's safe to say that my boy's triggered.
for real.
It's safe to say that he's triggered.
He just said it himself. He just said it.
Say, come back, Eli.
The Chiefs should be the favorite, but they're not. So
My question to you was, who to you is the underdog? I don't care what freaking Stephen A. Smith says.
I mean, you should probably know our answers, being that we already gave our Super Bowl picks at the start of the episode. But yeah, yeah. But that's it. That's all you got. That's what you. I mean, I think you got triggered more than what you were saying you were triggered. Yeah.
No, there's no way. I want a good game. I don't want any flags at the end of the game. That's what I want. I don't need another holding penalty called at the end of the game.
Don't hold.
It's insane.
Am I? I don't. I really don't think I have anything to be triggered about this week, guys.
Okay.
I'm excited for the game. Um,
Don't squeeze it.
I've really been locked into our girls' basketball stuff, so like, I honestly, anything else right now is just like
It's just secondary.
it's just secondary to me.
So
right
he's triggered because Jersey City and never mind.
now.
I was about to get into it.
brother.
Chiefs are underdogs. We're gonna get right into quick hits before Eli decides to walk out again.
There's no way.
Real quick to end the episode. Quick hits. Erling Haaland from Man City powers Man City to a 2-0 win over Everton. I don't know where Everton is in the standings, but shout out to Man City. They're doing their thing. Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. powered Real Madrid to a 4-0 win over. I don't know how to pronounce this, and sorry if I'm pronouncing this. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. I want to say it's Girona. Real Madrid is number 1 in the seeding. Girona is number 2 in the seeding, and Real Madrid decides to bum rush them out of here. Right? Number 3, yeah, I think it is Apple Pop. Number 3 in that standing is Barcelona, but we don't look that very sharp to even compare it to Real Madrid. I will say that. Okay? The Bucks. Papi. The Bucks are in a 1-5 stretch under Doc Rivers.
Damn.
A stretch that never happened under Adrian Griffin. To let you guys know. On the good side, the Cavs have won 9 straight and have won the 17 out of the last 18 and are now the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference Finals. Congrats to the Cavs. I'm going to have the same sentiment as the Timberwolves and OKC. You better continue this energy. It's a long season, brother. Sticking with basketball, but now on the college side, UConn men are rolling while the rest of the top 10 just lose games. Like Kentucky, who has lost 3 straight and are 2-6 in their last 8. You see me talking, brother, right? Okay, got it. 2-4 in their last 6. Okay, you call me Puppy. NBA All-Star Celebrity Basketball Game. Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith are coaching. On the Stephen A. Smith side, he has Asia Wilson as his... Can you open this for me, please? Sorry. Asia Wilson and Lil Wayne as his assistants. Shannon Sharp's side, he has 50 Cent and Peyton Manning as his assistants. So shout out to them. I think that's a cool thing for them.
For that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a cool game. There's a lot of people out there that are playing. That I'm going to be very interested. One of those people is Twitch streamer Kai Cenat, who I do want to congratulate, who has signed a partnership with Nike and is now sponsored by Nike. So we can probably guarantee that he's going to be wearing some Nike gear at the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game. And that is what I have for quick hits. Fellas.
I have a quick hit.
Oh. Underdog. The Chiefs are underdog.
The Chiefs
Cut
don't
it
have
out.
1,000-yard receiver this season.
Yikes.
You want to know how many the Niners have?
They have 4.
The Niners
They probably have
have
3. No. It can't open, Bob. Open sesame.
The Niners have 2,000-yard receivers.
Which is Debo and Kittles. I know Kittles is 1.
Kittle and Ayuk.
I was going to say Ayuk, but I thought Debo. Oh, Debo was hurt for a couple games.
Golly, we're not doing this.
Yo, Kansas City's underdogs, bro.
There's no way.
Here's the problem.
What's the problem? What's the problem, cuz?
No
Football is a team sport.
Team, like team.
Which is why
But there is a me in team.
2 players scoring 1,000 yards doesn't mean they're.
There's a me in team. I hope Eli knows I'm just trying to like bug him.
Now I really hope the 49ers win. Now I just hope they win.
Oh wait,
But
what?
you, the hate we talk about is coming from right here.
No, it's not.
I hope you
it's
see
coming
it.
from Yatu.
I hope you see
it's
it.
really
But
not.
do you see how easy it's influenced? Look at how
Yeah.
easy it's
Screw
influenced.
them.
Look at how
Screw them.
easy it's influenced.
Mahomes, bum.
See?
Taylor Swift, bum.
This is the
Travis
problem.
Kelce, bum.
This is the
Kittle
problem.
is better than you.
Look at
Yikes.
how
is better than
look
you.
at how
Antonio Gates is better than you.
look at
All of them.
look at the
All of them.
switch. Look at it. And
I
that, my friend.
I just flicked the switch.
flip. Yes.
Come on,
And
son.
that my
Hey, yo, Rice, I hope you drop the ball every time.
and that, my friends.
Oh, yeah, throw that.
Is the conclusion of the episode?
Yeah.
The conclusion. Oh, yo, who's the underdog?
It's
See, this is where underdogs prize picks. This is where you should sponsor us. This is a great moment right here to throw an underdogs prize pick sponsorship right here. You feel me? Yeah. Anything else, gangies? Anything else? Are you still triggered? You want to do like an extended trigger segment? No.
Done.
Make sure you guys like the video if you enjoy this episode. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed just yet. And if you aren't, you already know you're a booty. I mean that's it, gang. That's it. Until next time.
Until the Super
Oh,
Bowl.
wait. Sorry. For my people out there watching the shorts, to my shorts watcher, if you want to continue watching us or seeing the full take, make sure you hit the link in the bio, watch the full take, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. It looks like Juju's trying to leave, so we're going to end this episode right here. We love you guys. Until next time.
Peace.